Hey everyone, it's Ashley from Ascension X, and I'm sitting in my office doing bills. And I don't want to do that, so I'm doing this video instead. So, one of the messages that I keep getting, especially while I'm doing readings, and I kept getting it this morning, so I'm like, fine, I'm just going to do a video about it, is I noticed that when I start to channel into doing a reading, I get messages for myself too. And it's also, everyone I read is a reflection of myself as well. But I keep getting the messages in my head, dare to be different, dare to be different, dare to be different, over and over and over again, which I think it's Archangel Michael, because he's one of the most daring angels. But one of the things I notice when I'm giving people readings is a lot of change coming in their lives, but they're afraid to take that change. And with people, I notice that change is a horrible thing to them. It can be very scary. Change is filled with fear in our eyes. It's an unknowing of what's going to happen. We like to know everything. We like to plan everything for ourselves. Well, forget about that. You're never going to plan your life fully. And one thing that, I came across, even with the holidays and everything like that, is a lot of people are afraid to be who they want to be. So, dare to be different. Be who you want to be. Don't allow others, even the thoughts of what others are going to think about you, to challenge you, or let them challenge you, but don't let them surround you with fear so you can't be the person who you really are and who you desire. A lot of people are afraid to be who they are because of judgment from others around them. Well, let me tell you one thing. If there is anything that I know, because I really don't care 90% of the time, I could really care less. My family thinks I'm crazy. My friends think I'm nuts. But my friends love me and appreciate it for it. My family's 60% of them don't know what to do with me. But that's fine because I accept myself and I know that what I'm doing is the right thing for me. When others around you start judging you for the change that you're making in your life, it's because they're insecure about changing themselves. It has to do with an insecurity within themselves. One of the things that I notice with people when they're constantly judging others or talking about others is because they thrive off of that feeling of jealousy and hatred to make themselves feel better because they don't like themselves. And you don't want to get stuck within that. Another thing that I notice about people, which I do all the time, is you come up with scenarios in your head of what this person's going to say to you or what they might think. But you have to let go of that in order to make yourself happy. Nobody can make you happy but you. So what I'm saying for 2016 is go ahead and dare to be different. Dare to be who you really are inside, from Archangel Michael. Don't allow others to bring you down. Don't allow others to tell you, oh, you can't do that. If you have negative people in your life who you love and you can't separate yourself from, you can't tell them everything. You kind of have to hold back your ideas and tell the people that are going to be happy for you and proud of you. If you don't have people like that in your life, you're going to have to sit with yourself for a little bit and move towards those goals without them, and then you're going to gravitate towards people like you that feel the same. Growing up, I had a tough time because I always felt like the black sheep, especially in my family. I just never fit in. And you know what? And it comes... Now I just don't care. And the family members that do appreciate that, I can see that. And the ones that don't, it's fine, whatever. The whole thing about the full moon on Christmas was kind of cutting those ties with people that don't appreciate you in your life and they're not on that level. So let them go on their journey and you go on your journey of daring to be different, and that's being you. I have to say, if I didn't dare to be different my whole life, I would have never done 80% of the things that I've done in my life. And I've had a hell of a journey in 30 years. And when I look back at some of the things I do, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But overall, it was great lessons. It was learning. It was meeting new people. Some of the stupidest things that I've done in my life or even thought were some of the greatest lessons. So don't be ashamed of making mistakes. I've also been reading a lot of business books lately. I watched the show Shark Tank just because I own a business. So I'm always, constantly thinking about business stuff. I got one foot in the spiritual world and one foot in the business world, and it's tough to balance. But one of the things that even with some of the best business people say, is mistakes are fantastic for you. Because if you don't make mistakes, you're never going to learn. And making mistakes is going forward without fear. So you got to go forward without fear. I talk about aliens all the time. I am an alien, #SoAlien, and that's how it is. So dare to be different, love yourself, and you got to cut that cord with those people who are sucking the life out of you and feeding that fear. You don't have to be like, F you, I don't want you around anymore. You just kind of got to be like, go the other way, go the other direction, go on your own journey. So this is Ashley V, AscensionNXT.com. So alien.